What is up, YouTube? That's here, bringing you guys another episode of In It to Win It. We are playing with a team that probably seems pretty familiar for most of you guys. We are going to be using a 2.0, a brand new version of the Koko Butter team that I got top 16 with at San Jose. I was thinking about new teams to use, and I was like, man, I really want to use Koko Raichu. Man, I really want to use a second Tapu to follow up Koko Raichu. Man, I really want to use Garchomp. Man, I really want to use an Intimidate user that potentially has flying. And then I also needed a Tailwind setter, so I was like, man, I should just recreate Koko Butter with all new items. And these items are going to be Choice Specs on Tapu Koko. It's going to be the Focus Sash on Butterfree. Going to be the Alolan Raichu Z. The Stoke Surfer Z move on Raichu, gonna be the Life Orb on Lele. It's the exact same Lele that I used at San Jose. It's gonna be the Protect, Thunderbolt, Dazzling Gleam, Psychic, Life Orb, Tapu Lele. I feel that it's pretty good, and I feel that it gives me a good matchup against Feeny and Steela. They're gonna be using the Assault Vest Garchomp. You guys have seen me use it in the last few videos. And then the Gyarados set is a little bit weird. It's gonna be a Scarf Gyarados, which was the same Gyarados that I used in San Jose. It's gonna have a Waterfall, Earthquake, Flamethrower, which are 3 of the same moves. But then I'm gonna be taking off Ice Fang for Attract, because we've been using Choice Scarf Attract on Arcanine, and I figured, well, I really do like that mechanic. It's pretty good. I actually think it's really cool, and, you know, I don't really need Ice Fang. I'll just Waterfall Garchomp. If I see him, it's not really the end of the world. It's not like Ice Fang just one-shots Garchomp anyways. So I'm gonna take it off, and I'm gonna put on Attract on my Gyarados. So that is the core. We're currently in like the mid to upper 1700s. So we're gonna try and see if I can win any games with this team. It is super dated. Remember, I made this team in the first couple weeks the format was even out. So let's see if this holds up. Here we go. Let's hop into some games. All right, going up into the first game, we see Feeny, Mandibuzz, Arcanine, Kartana, Garchomp, and Snorlax. The Feeny Mandibuzz core being really something that a lot of players have kind of latched onto. I think it's very, very good. Remember, I cannot Sleep Powder Mandibuzz because it has Overcoat. So Mandibuzz is a hard check to Butterfree. Feeny's a hard check to Butterfree. It looks like we're not going to be using Butterfree in this first game. Also note, this is a QR team, which has 2 female Pokemon because of Mandibuzz and Garchomp, and 2 male Pokemon being Arcanine and Snorlax. So it's looking like Gyarados is usable. I actually do really think Gyarados is pretty usable here, because I also have Flamethrower on my Gyarados, so I can check things like that Kartana. So I can go Gyarados Garchomp here. Seems somewhat decent. I mean, let's see, like against Feeny Mandibuzz, I'd be not in a good spot. Maybe I should just go Koko Raichu. We still have 40 seconds, so let's talk about Koko Raichu. If it's not Scarf Chomp, which I don't think it is because he only has 1 flying type, HP Ice one-shots Garchomp, and then Alola Raichu kind of just bodies everything else. So let's go Koko Raichu. Remember, that is what we wanted to do in the first place. We got Koko Raichu. We still got 24 seconds. What else do we want to use? Remember, both our Garchomp and Gyarados have Flamethrowers to check that Kartana. I think I'm going to bring Garchomp and Gyarados. I think I'm going to bring both of them. You know? Like, if first it doesn't succeed, try and try again. I will Flamethrower that Kartana. I'm sure of it. So anyways, we're going up against Billow, I think. I think this guy was from France. But I think that Koko Raichu is a pretty predictable lead, but it's one that generally can work here. The only thing that is kind of lame here is that he's using Feeny, and I'm using Stoke Surge Surfer, which, you know, it paralyzes things, and Feeny makes so things can't get paralyzed, so it's not the best thing in the world. But anyways, Koko Raichu, you're going to be starting it up for me. If he leads off with Feeny, there's the Feeny right there. We don't really get our boost, but remember, like, all his Pokemon are weak to our electric attack, so it's fine. So Electric Surge is activating, and we're going to see the Misty Surge, and most likely the Seeds activate from the Mandibuzz. Now, I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm actually just going to Dazzling Gleam and Z-move that Mandibuzz. Because he gets a special defense proc, and I don't have any sort of terrain control right now. So I think I'm just going to D-Gleam. Remember, it's super effective on Mandibuzz, and this is a Specs Koko. And looking at his team, if you go back and look at his team in the team preview, Garchomp can't switch in on Dazzling Gleam very well, Kartana can't very well. Snorlax doesn't really want to. Arcanine can, but then Raichu can just pick Arcanine apart. So instead of going for Fake Outs, since we don't really have to, we're just going to go for Dazzling Gleam up onto the Mandibuzz and Feeny, and then we're going to pop the big Z move up onto the Mandibuzz. And I don't really know if Stoke Surge Surfer is blocked by the Pokemon Company, but we'll figure it out if they disable this video. So anyways, Dazzling Gleam's going to come out here. Feeny protected. So this is going to be all Mandibuzz damage. Oh, that's such a bulky Mandibuzz. I'm a Specs Koko. I deserve more respect than that. But I still think this can KO a Mandibuzz, right? It's going to be single target base, 175 power, stabbed Stoke Surge Surfer coming up onto this Mandibuzz. I think it's funny how my trainer just held that pose for forever. And I've never really used this move before. It's been used against me a bunch. And this will paralyze him because he is flying, which is kind of cool. But let's see. I think this is gonna do a lot of damage. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Oh, we get the para, of course, but is it actually paralyzed? No, he just goes for a Snarl. Why? Why don't you? He doesn't want a Tailwind? I guess not. I guess he did not want to Tailwind. So what we're going to do here is we're going to be encoring the Feeny, because now that we're snarled, we can't really do anything, and then dazzling him to finish everyone up. And we have to dazzling him because we got to get that Mandibuzz off the board, and we, like I said, are just going to be encoring that Feeny. We can always switch out things and do a bunch of other plays, but the encore play seems pretty solid, and I'm really just surprised he didn't Tailwind me. Maybe he thought the Snarl was too juicy. Maybe he doesn't have Tailwind. I really don't know. But Dazzling Him's going to come in. It's going to be like dealing decent damage to the Feeny, and we're going for an Encore here. And unless this Feeny hits us with a Z move, he's wasting his turn protecting. So let's see if his Protect works or if it fails. So he's going for the Protect. It fails, which means it's going to potentially, well, it will be up next turn. We also see the leftovers on the Feeny. So unless he's switching on his Feeny, there's no real reason to attack it this next turn. I expect Arcanine to be coming in here. And if he does, I'm just going to double swap into Gyarados and Garchomp. Great core right there, especially for dealing with Arcanine. And, you know, let's just see what he has. Oh, he's going to bring it with his Garchomp. Okay. I still think I'm going to be doing what I said. He's probably going to Protect with Feeny and Earthquake. So I'll just switch out my Koko for, who do I actually want to switch correctly? So he's not going to be Dragon attacking my Tapu Koko slot. So that means that's the slot that I would be switching Garchomp in for. Just if we're going to talk about which order you're switching things on, you want to switch out your Fairy for your Dragon, because it's not like they're going to be Dragon attacking your Fairy type. And then we're switching out Raichu for Gyarados. So we're going to Decent Intimidate, we're getting Field Control with the Garchomp, and then, you know, Garchomp and Gyarados, not that great at dealing with Feeny, but Feeny's Encored. So I think we're in a pretty decent spot. We're not letting the Feeny set up, we're keeping that guy locked down. He's probably, like I said, just going for a Protect Earthquake, which is completely fine with me. I really have no problems with that. And remember, we're going to be able to reset the terrains later on in the game, which is huge. So, get a good Intimidate off here. Feeny's protecting. I think he has one more turn of Encore at least. I'm going to check this after the turn. And yeah, just the Earthquake. Standard play. Intimidated Garchomp Earthquake versus my super bulky Garchomp. It's not going to be doing all that much. Like, it might put me within range for the Z move. That's about it. But since he's Intimidated, I still think I'm going to be fine. And actually, I'm thinking about switching out my Gyarados. I'm thinking about it. Let me see. How many turns does this Feeny have left of Encore? This is his last turn of Encore. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to Dragon Tail his Garchomp. And I'm actually just going to switch out my Gyarados again for Koko. I don't think he's going to Earthquake again. And I know that I have to be able to check that Feeny next turn. And then Dragon Tail would guarantee that the Garchomp's not on the board when I want to start using my Koko. So I think this is a pretty decent play. And if, let's say, he just stays in and Earthquakes my Koko, well, then I can come with Raichu. And Raichu does the same type of thing. So he's withdrawing Feeny. Okay. Completely fine. Coming in with Kartana. Okay. So he's going to have the terrain advantage again. And Garchomp just goes for a Protect. Oh, I decided to stay in. But this is actually playing completely into our plans here. Unless this is a Scarf Kartana. Unless it's Scarftana. It might be. We haven't really seen any other indication. But we're going to be flamethrowing the Kartana, right? And we're going to be HP icing his Garchomp. Remember, we are Choice Spexed here. So this will be able to KO his Garchomp if it's just a standard Garchomp set. Let's see if we can get the KO. Hopefully we pick up double KOs this turn. So yeah, it looks like it's not Scarf Kartana, which means it might be vested, it might be sashed. His Garchomp's going to go down to HP Ice, which is huge for me. And sometimes I think I'm so greedy in this format, because I just feel that all my Pokemon... Oh man. Oh, I'm at 1! Ah, I lived the crit! I'm at 1! I feel that all my Pokemon should get Beast Boost, but Kartana's going to take Rough Skin damage, and he is going to go down to Flamethrower. I said I was going to Flamethrower Kartana this set, and I did. So, pretty good stuff. We live at 1. A little bit lucky, I guess, but yeah, we take those. Those are things that I take. Even if he killed my Garchomp there, I was going to send out Gyarados. Gyarados would have been able to Flamethrower the Kartana, would have been fine. He's going to come in with Feeny here, and my Tapu Koko is locked in to HPI, so I got to switch that out. I could just fodder it, but I'm going to switch it out. We're just going to go for a Poison Jab on the Feeny. We're going to try and switch Raichu in. It's probably not going to work. Doesn't really matter. I still think we're going to be able to win this one without that much trouble. It shouldn't be too hard. From here, like, the only real way that I lose here is if he goes for some crazy muddy water accuracy drops, I think. We're gonna lose Garchomp this turn most likely, and if I were him, I would just run. But that's just me. Like, I have a Gyarados and a Raichu in the back. Koko's going to get resent out and eventually just get a chance to go for a full power Thunderbolt, and that is the correct play, just the forfeit there. Because he doesn't really want to reveal, like, let's say this was a best of 3. He wouldn't want to reveal how much damage he's dealing or taking by a bunch of these moves. So I think the correct play there was actually to forfeit. So pretty good game one. Pretty good game one. We're going to try and see if we can tighten it up a little bit in game 2. I want to use Stoke Search Surfer the right way. Alright, we're going up into game 2. We see Koko Kartana, Garchomp Snorlax, Mimikyu, and Arcanine. There are, again, 2 female and 2 male Pokemon, the females being Garchomp and Mimikyu, so we cannot attract those, but we can attract the same 2 Pokemon I think that we could in the last game. It's going to be Snorlax and Arcanine. I think Gyarados is amazing here. It's good against Garchomp. My Gyarados set is good against Tapu Koko's. It's good against Kartana's. It's good against Arcanine's. I think it's somewhat decent against Snorlax, especially because we're female. We can attract them if we have to. So Gyarados is potentially a lead here. I don't know if I want to actually lead with it. I'm thinking about going Raichu Koko. The problem with that is I really don't have that many ways of dealing with the Mimikyu if I go Raichu Koko. So I want to go with a lead that can stop Trick Room if possible. Let's see, what could I do? Technically, I could go Gyarados Koko, but he would see that I'm Scarfed from the very first turn, because I'd be faster with my Intimidate than my Tapu Koko. Is that okay? Like, am I fine with that? I don't think he's running a Scarf Chomp. I'm actually going to do that. Let's try it. So we're going to go Koko, we're going to go Garchomp. And then we still have 20 seconds. Let's think about what else we want to bring. I think my Garchomp is still pretty good here. And then since we're doing all this stuff with Koko, we're going to bring Raichu. So we're going to bring the same 4 as last time. Sorry guys, we're not bringing Butterfree, but I mean, against Kokos, against Feenies and Mandabuzzes and all that type of stuff, it's really hard to get Butterfree to work. And I don't really think I need the Tailwind aspect of the speed control as much as just denying my opponent speed control in the first place, because Raichu is going to be faster than everything. So here we go, going up against Ren, and the main plan here is if we see Mimilax, the plan is to Waterfall the Mimikyu and then Thunderbolt the Mimikyu, because Gyarados is going to be faster than Tapu Koko. So we see the Mimilax exactly like I said. The smart play here is Mimilax. I mean, his team is like a semi-room, and, you know, it's just, this is the smart play. So Intimidate's going to be able to break the Mimikyu Disguise, and then the Thunderbolt's going to come in and be dealing a massive amount of damage to Mimikyu. This is going to be a Choice Specs Thunderbolt, and I just want to check and see that I'm Specs, because last game, I was not dealing as much damage as I would have liked. It says I'm Choice Specs right there, so yeah, what we're going to be doing here is we're just going to be going for the hard Thunderbolt amount of the Mimikyu. I don't think I can get away with the Volt Switch. I've not actually calced that. And then we're just going to be going for the Waterfall here. Choice Scarf Waterfall from Gyarados into the Mimikyu slot. And let's say he's sashed for some weird reason. Maybe we get the flinch with Waterfall. That'd be pretty cool too. So Waterfall is going to be coming in. It's going to be breaking the Mimikyu Disguise. He should have known that we were faster. And note that his Snorlax did not protect. So Snorlax is probably trying to set up here. Going for a Thunderbolt onto the Mimikyu slot. We have to KO this thing. No! No, we didn't KO it. I did my best. Alright, we gotta get the flinch. Gotta get the flinch. Flinch. He's going for the Curse Lay. We gotta get these flinches. It's very important that we stop this Trick Room. And we don't. So that means we lose. Ta-da! We lose. Alright, what do I have to do here? Gotta switch the Koko out, right? Gotta switch the Koko out. Gotta bring in the Garchomp. And, yeah, I just gotta Waterfall the Mimikyu. He's probably gonna Destiny Bomb me or something like that, but, I mean, there's not really that much I can do here. That kind of sucks, though, that we didn't get the KO. It's full HP Special D Mimikyu. So, it's kind of unfortunate. Snorlax is going for a second Curse. Holy moly, this guy is off to the races. And he's actually at +1 right now. Remember, my Intimidate lowered his stats by 1 when I first sent it out. He's going for a Shadow Claw. He's at -1, and that's not going to do it. So, what's good for us is he actually gets KO'd by the Rough Skin, the recoil there, and then I'm going to get to Waterfall the Snorlax. I guess that's alright, I take that stuff. So, not that much damage, but, you know, not really the end of the world either. What we're going to be trying to do next turn is, let's see if he sends Kartana out. I doubt he's going to send Kartana out. It's going to be his Garchomp, okay. So, I think what I'm going to do is probably just Dragon Tail a Snorlax. We got to get the raid boss out of here. So, Snorlax is going to be getting Dragon Tailed. And then, what is Gyarados really supposed to do here? Tell me what it's supposed to do. I'm going to send in my Raichu. I'm going to switch Raichu in, so I can go for Fake Outs, and I can switch back out into Gyarados. And then by that time, Trick Room should be gone. That is the play that we're going for. So Raichu's going to be coming in here. Hopefully he's not earthquaking. Like, he might. He totally might. He's going for a big facade up into my Gyarados slot. Of course that's going to be able to KO Raichu. And his Garchomp's probably like Dragon Clawing or Z-moving me. But I can eat the Z-move, I think. Even at the amount of Shadow Claw damage I took, I should be able to eat the Z-move with relatively little problems, I guess. Let's see. I gotta get the Ray Boss out of here. Ray Boss needs to go. Wait. His Garchomp is slower than my Garchomp. His Garchomp is slower than... Oh no, I'm using Dragon Tail. I'm an idiot. I'm such an idiot. I'm like, there's no way your Garchomp's slower than my Garchomp. My Garchomp's the slowest thing in the world. So Dragon Tail's gonna come out. It's gonna make contact with Snorlax and Raid Boss down. We've delayed Raid Boss for a couple turns, so we gotta send the Gyarados back out. Ooh, it's the Kartana. I'm gonna Flamethrower that guy so bad. Alright, we got two things that can Flamethrower. So we're gonna send in Gyarados here. Oh man, this is gonna be juicy. We're gonna use his own Trick Room against him. I kinda wanna like double Flamethrower it. Alright, let's see. We've taken out the Mimikyu, Lax is in the back, and it's just these two. We've got a juicy Intimidate on the board. How many turns do we have left of Trick Room? 2. Alright, if I could protect with either of my Mons, I'd think about it. But I can't. So we're just going to Flamethrower that Kartana, and I'm actually thinking about going for an Earthquake to guarantee the Kartana goes down. But I think I'm just going to Waterfall his Garchomp slot. At least we're going to be able to get the KO on the Kartana, right? At least. But the thing is here, if that Kartana is sashed, I think we might have just lost. It's really hard to say what's going to happen here. He might just protect an EQ to KO my Garchomp. I really don't know what he's going to do. The thing is, we're going to be in a scenario where we're just going to be able to lose to his Garchomp next turn. He's withdrawing Garchomp. Holy moly! What? What? Okay. Him withdrawing Garchomp's huge for me. I take that. Flamethrower is going to come in onto his Kartana. If he's attacking my Garchomp, he's going to KO himself. So he is sashed. Can he KO my Gyarados with a Leaf Blade? He'd have to crit me. Oh, we burn him! Ah! So it doesn't really matter who he hits. And he's hitting the Gyarados, which means he's just going to KO himself. Whew. Little bit lucky. Little bit. And we're hitting that guy. We're activating his berry. I'm in a decent spot here. I'm in a decent spot, I will say. Kartana goes down to burn. Flamethrower is pretty good. This is the last turn of Trick Room. How's he going to handle this? He's going to send his Garchomp back in. This is the last turn. I'm trying to think if I could switch in my Koko at all. Like, switch out Garchomp for Koko, eat the Facade, right? Let's try it. I have to Waterfall the Snorlax. Don't really have any other options. So we're going to switch out the Garchomp for Koko. This might be the biggest misplay of all time, but I really don't think he's Earthquaking right now. And I don't want to just lose my Garchomp for free. He's going for Curse. Remember, that is going to activate first. So it looks like he's not attacking that slot. Maybe he's going for like a Dragon attack on my Garchomp slot. This will be a huge switch in play if this worked correctly. Holy Swords Dance! That is not good for me. That's bad. I don't like that. Oh, that's really hard to take. Alright, so Curse is going to come in here. There's two ways we do this. Dimensions have returned back to normal, which means I have a semi-decent power play. Alright, his Snorlax Berry's gone. We've seen Facade and Curse, and that's it. Now, I can KO that Garchomp with the HP Ice, and I think I'm going to try. We're going to try and HP Ice that Garchomp, and then we're going to continue to Waterfall the Snorlax. Maybe we can get a flinch, like if he goes for like a Protect, try and KO my Koko play. Well, a flinch would delay that for a little while. So we're going to try this. We're going to try it. Let's see what we get. Come on. I mean, if I still had my terrain, I would think about nuking his Snorlax. I would think about it. Because even at +2, Garchomp has a somewhat hard time dealing with Tapu Koko. Looks like he's not protecting. So yeah, we're going to get the Waterfall. We're going to get the HP Ice. Garchomp should be going down here. Yeah, Garchomp goes down. We already saw his sash on his Kartana. And it's Snorlax versus the world here. He's going for the Recycle. Now, this is a bit of a weird play. I kind of want to switch up my Gyarados so I can use Attract on his Snorlax. Like, I kind of want to. I have to switch out my Koko, though. I have to switch out Koko for Garchomp. And I guess I'll just continue to Waterfall for the next 10 turns. I mean, he has his berry. He has the Recycles ready to go. But remember, Recycle doesn't stop... Sorry. Like, Curse doesn't protect him from special attacks, which is what I'm going to be dealing. So we're just going to Waterfall. I mean, I'll take flinches. If he wants to give me these flinches, I will take them, actually. I will totally take these. So I have 3 Pokemon, he has 1, but Snorlax is a Pokemon that can make miracles happen. He's going for more curses, holy moly. You know, if you want to give me a flinch anytime, game, I'd actually take it. If you want to give me a flinch, I'd actually appreciate it. And remember, he does have Facade, so I was thinking about going for Burns. Burns probably not a good idea. This is my only... Actually, I would like to poison him, though. I don't know if poison's effect... No, it is. It is. I'm an idiot. I'm just going to go for Earthquake, then. Earthquake and Waterfall. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a crit. That'd be pretty cool. And if he ever wants to take out our Garchomp, remember, he's going to have to go through our Rough Skin, and then I just come in with Koko. If he's at about 50-60%, he would just get KO'd by the Thunderbolt. So what we're doing is we're just wasting time until he kills one of our Pokemon. And we should be in a pretty decent spot. You know, I don't want to get him much lower than that. He goes for the Recycle. And I'm actually thinking of trying to KO one of my own Pokemon. Like, I'm thinking about, like, waterfalling my Garchomp. Like, getting him to, like, 51% and then waterfalling my Garchomp. Unless he KOs one of my Pokemon first. Because I want to get him to, like, 51% so I can maximize the damage that I deal with whatever moves that Koko uses, Thunderbolt. Alright. Oh, man, I'm going to activate his Berry. That sucks. That sucks. Yeah. It's a strong Earthquake. He's at, like, +2. Like, I'm dealing a good amount of damage still, even though he has all these curses. Ugh, that's so much health. And of course he goes for more curses. He's going to go for 6, but, like, I have to keep attacking him. I guess I can start... I guess I could Dragon Tail my Gyarados. I'll do that in a couple turns. I'll Dragon Tail my Gyarados. It'll bring Koko in safely, and then also resets Gyarados to be able to use Attract later. That seems like a cool play. Unless he just kills one of my mons this turn. I'd appreciate it. Here we go. I mean, I could also just take a flinch. You know, if this guy wants to flinch me, I take those. I take flinching stuff. I've used like 8 waterfalls and I haven't got a single flinch yet. Like, what game are we playing? This is still good damage. Like, there's the flinch. There we go. That's what I want. Alright, so I am going to Dragon Tail my Gyarados this turn. We'll waterfall the Snorlax again. I'd love to flinch the Snorlax and then get the detail off. Alright, here we go. So the best play here is I waterfall, right? Let's see. Oh, I flinch it! Alright, this is working. It's working. Alright, cool. Dragon Tailing my own Gyarados gives me a safe switch into Koko. And this Snorlax is at, like, prime area for Thunderbolt. He's at, like, you know, 50-something, low 50s%, right? This is about 52, 53%. So we're going to come in here with a Poison Jab now. And we're just going to come in with a huge Thunderbolt. So we got the Dragon Tail plays. Hopefully this Thunderbolt could take this guy out. I really don't know. Like, Thunderbolt couldn't one-shot a Mimikyu. Can it deal 53% to a Snorlax? And it can, so we win. Pretty cool stuff. I got a couple flinches at the end that let me style on him a little bit. But that was the sick play. And, you know, what else are you going to do? As always, guys, thank you for watching. Let me know what you guys think about this team in the comments below. I really do love this core, and I feel that this is the most comfortable team that I have to play with. I've always liked Butterfree, as you know, it's my favorite Pokemon. Unfortunately, we didn't use it these games, but I like using Koko Raichu, I like using Choice Scarf Gyarados, I like using Garchomp. They're very fun Pokemon for me to use. As always, let me know what you guys think about this team in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.